So it looks like Ubisoft could be working on a battle royale called Scout. So this is an exclusive by Insider Gaming and Tom Henderson. So please go check him out for the full article. But to run through pretty much the highlight information, Scout is pretty much heavily inspired by Respawn Entertainment's successful Apex Legends. Apparently they used used a thumbnail for the project once. So while they were pretty much pitching the project or showing the project, they used Apex Legends as an example. Apparently the game's going to have very similar characters to Apex Legends, including a spin on Pathfinder, Wraith, and Lifeline, and other characters from the game. It was once said, apparently, the reason why this game has gone forward and not been cancelled is because Ubisoft sees a chance to pretty much snag a large amount of Apex's players, because Apex hasn't been doing so hot recently. Their player count's been drastically dropping big time, like ginormously. It seems like Ubisoft pretty much sees a chance to maybe run in there and steal all of Apex's players, so that they can kind of take Apex's spot in the market, which might happen. But apparently EA is also working on a pretty much Apex Legends 2.0, which would revamp the entire game. And I think being second to Apex is not a good idea, because what it could mean is they could release Scout, it could be massive, and people are going to love it, and the Apex fans will most likely love it. You know what I mean? That's most likely what's going to happen. And then as soon as EA sees the competition and goes, we need to pull our heads out of their asses, Respawn will pull their heads out of their asses, generally make Apex Legends great, and then everyone's going to abandon Scout and go right back to Apex Legends. And that's the problem with being the secondary. You know what I mean? That's the problem with coming after, is people are always going to go back to Apex. Even if Scout's really good, it'll fill the void for a little while, but they will go back to Apex. This is what happened to XDefiant. They haven't learned their lesson. This is the exact thing that happened with XDefiant. They released XDefiant because they saw Call of Duty having a dropping player base. Call of Duty wasn't so hot, so they released XDefiant, and it had huge success early on. And then as soon as Activision pulled their head out of their ass for at least one game, everyone abandoned XDefiant and went straight back to Call of Duty. And then as soon as it was announced XDefiant was pretty much being shut down, Call of Duty went right back to being sloppy again. That's exactly what happened. And that's what I think is going to happen with Scout. I think Scout's going to release, and it's going to have the XDefiant treatment, where it's really good, it's got great content, it's going to release, people are going to love it, but EA is going to go back and they're going to make Apex Legends great again, and the players will abandon Scout immediately and go right back to Apex Legends. They're going to do an XDefiant. Scout will be potentially the next XDefiant if this Ubisoft Battle Royale called Scout ends up being true. But don't forget, this is a Tom Henderson in this Insider Gaming exclusive. Please go check him out. If you want more information, you can read the entire article. I want to know how y'all feel about potential Battle Royale in 2025 done by Ubisoft. Again, codename Scout. I'm going to go, yeah, good. Yeah.